Hi, I'm Don. Welcome to my barn. I didn't know when you were starting.
Welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica Miller. I live just outside of Nashville, Tennessee with my husband of 18 years, Gary, and our border collie, Percy. Here on this channel, I'll take you into my home and what's going on in my simple yet fun-filled life, and hopefully bring some motivation to the mundane. If you're into that sort of thing, I'd be so grateful if you'd subscribe and we can do this together. And like this video if you like it. There's so much to say about my dad's barn that I don't even know where to begin or how to explain all the great memories and stories behind everything my dad collected within this barn over the years. In 1987, when my parents moved to this property, they built our house, and then my dad wanted to build a barn. Since he's a Mac tool salesman, he needed a place to store all his stuff and a shop. So he spent his spare time on nights and weekends turning his barn dream into a reality by gathering ideas from other barn owners for the bones and shape he envisioned. Then, instead of watching TV at night, he made a small model or replica of the barn. Figuring out dimensions and measurements, he got to work building the barn of his dreams using lumber he collected. Once the barn was built, it far overshadowed the house in size and became the focal point of our property. The barn became a place where we would gather for parties, birthdays. It was where I'd sing on my karaoke machine all summer long, and my dad's favorite hangout place. He still works full time, but it's where he spends his weekend time escaping into his creative world of carpentry, using wood and tools in ways most of us have never thought of to bring everything within this barn to life. Every little detail is a memory. Mostly things my dad collected, made, were events or places we've attended or been invited, proud moments or experiences my sister and I have had, artwork my mom painted, or places we've gone or been a part of. Monumental moments in all of our lives together as a family. I hope you enjoy this tour of a very special place in my heart, my dad's barn. One of the very first things you see as you enter into the barn is this buggy, hanging up on the ceiling. My dad wanted to learn how to drive a buggy, so he was browsing through the Driving Digest magazine, where he saw an antique doctor's buggy for sale for $2,500. He already had a buggy, but he wanted to get ideas. Come to find out, this buggy was located not too far away from where we lived, so my dad stopped by the older woman's house, interested in seeing this buggy. So she ended up taking a liking to him, inviting him back for breakfast. Once the woman got to know him and his interest in this buggy, she wanted him to take it for $600. As kids, we always thought it was the coolest thing to have this buggy, and knowing it was also in the thriller The Dark Secret of Harvest Home, where Betty Davis drove it. I just think that's amazing. We always thought it was so cool. My dad would always take it out in the yard to use as a decoration whenever we'd have barn parties. It's always been a conversational piece for sure. So my dad had a vision for the bar. He just wanted an 8-foot bar top to use for the indoor-outdoor opening, which opens out to the barn porch. So he ended up getting much more. My dad was working his route and he came across a guy who needed a pry bar. He told him he was tearing out the oldest Irish bar in Cleveland. So in turn, my dad asked him if he'd be willing to give him a piece of the bar to use for his barn. So he and my dad ended up working out a deal. And my dad said he came home from work one day and the entire bar, sinks and all, it was all sitting in the driveway. He said he may have had about 160 in the whole thing. The pry bar, the gas, the flatbed trailer to get it there, and about $100. So everything collected in this barn has a story, including this amazing bar. If you look around this barn, you'll see pictures of my sister and me and things we made, in our childhood still here. Just so many memories. I don't think we've ever used that beer tap ever before, but he put her picture there. And then we've got all different memories here from fanfare when I sang national anthem at the Cleveland Indians and all the different things we attended throughout my singing teenage years here in Ohio. this right here. This is amazing.
It's a vise, more or less.
Okay, and you
I
made it.
used to make spikes to hammer your beams together.
Wow. And it's even branded.
So you literally take
Okay.
a piece of wood here and you plant it wherever you have to, and then you take like a draw knife, you sit down and you put your foot right here,
Uh-huh.
and that's your vise.
Okay.
And now I can bring this and cut wood, and
Wow.
you can make.
Wow.
These aren't very sharp. Well, that's okay. But they used to make whatever. You can turn it over.
Yeah. That's really neat.
They used to make hay handles, spikes to spike your. The kids would take and make little spikes so they could hammer the beams together.
Okay. Wow.
What's the thing by you right there? That box, steam box, to bend wood.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You put your wood inside here, and you put that in there. Anything you want to bend, there's different racks in there.
Okay.
And then you put water, boil water, and it'll close this up, and it'll steam it. Now I can bend it to make, like, to bend those up there.
Right.
And the
That's
oxy
amazing.
yoke.
Wow. That is amazing. Over here, it looks like he's got some tools and some
Draw knife.
deer antlers
Yeah, well, that's
for Christmas. Deer antlers right here, because he makes little Christmas reindeer and all of his tools right there. Carpentry and woodwork is my dad's most amazing talent, and he's always doing something with wood. And he even remembered to make me some reindeer for Christmas because he made some for my sister, and then he thought, oh, I didn't make any for you. So he spent all this time over Christmas making these beautiful reindeer for Christmas decorations, and I'm thrilled. Aren't they amazing? That's one of my favorite qualities about my dad is he's always doing something creative, and I just think that's the coolest thing. He's never just sitting there doing nothing. He's always working with his hands. I just think it was so cool that my sister and her friend were on the Colorado Summit magazine cover. My sister is there in the blue coat, and she lived in Breckenridge for a while, but I just think that's the coolest thing ever. I don't know. This is my nephew Levi. He's always working on something mechanically, and I think it's so impressive for his young age. I always love to see kids and see what they end up doing. It's just exciting to me to see kind of what interests them and what they spend their time doing, and it's really cool to me because last spring he took our Kubota and the beeping, when you put it in reverse, the beeping noise, he took that away. He rewired the whole thing, and it was really impressive. I couldn't believe it because, he's just so young. So I thought that was really, really neat. My mom's artwork covers the walls of the upstairs of the barn. She has an incredible talent to paint, and I think it's one of the things that attracted my dad to her when she was very young. She was also very creative, and she's really creative with any kind of artwork. It's always one of those things she always talks about wanting to do more of and wanting to carve out more time to paint. But I honestly think she just does it on everything she picks up naturally. Like when we were kids, she would write a to-do list and there would be like a whole sketch of her drawings just while she's just sitting there doodling, talking on the phone or whatever she might be doing at the time. So I think she does it all the time. So another one of my dad's signature details, when he builds things, are these carved out wooden stars. So we also have them on our back porch, which he built. So there are many unique features and things that he just goes the extra mile to, really make it unique and special and well built. Not like any old builder, but you'll notice one of those things is this door trolley. It's just stunning the way it's all built and done. There was thought behind every little detail. I hope you enjoyed the tour of this very magical and peaceful place I had the privilege of calling home throughout my childhood. And thank you, Mom and Dad, for all the love you put into it to make it what it is, but most importantly, the love that still remains and the memories still to be made.